The mystical bag of crap. The mystical bag of crap. The mystical bag of crap. What's in the mystical bag of crap? This is what's in the mystical bag of crap. Bam! Okay. Let's see if I can sit over here. Sit rhymes with shit. And here's the one of the benefits of having an N-Gage at this stage in the game, since video game collectors are just starting to really collect for it, because they realize it has its own value, especially now when cell phones with games are commonplace. Like I said, the iPod, you know, not really a cell phone, but still, the iPad, the iPhone, you know, you got your Android, things like that, and it's commonplace now, and it's starting to give Nintendo and Sony a run for their money. So this is basically where it all started, and collectors are starting to collect. Now, the biggest thing about the N-Gage at this stage of the game is this. I'll show you real quick. A lot of the games for it, you could still get brand new. Brand new for either less or about the same price that you got for it when it came out. It's one of the last games Rachel had for the system, Pocket Kingdom, and as you can see, it is brand new, shrink wrap, security seal, so you know it's not repackaged. You can get these brand new, like $24.99. A lot of the games retailed for $29.99. So it's, like I said, it's not too far off. And if you're getting an N-Gage, this is pretty much what you should pick up first. And it's funny. Here's 9 games here. Well, the unit came with SSX out of bounds inside the unit. So if anyone has a spare case and manual for it, please let me know, so I can make it complete. And I think I was about to buy that shit too. Really weird. But N-Gage cases have something I'll show you in a minute, which is a good thing for now. Excuse me. And it's funny, 9 games, and yet I'm only about 5-6 games away from having the complete library that Rachel had. Isn't that ironic? Out of 50, there was about, I think, I've looked it up, there was 58 games for the unit, 56 were released over here in North America. And out of that, there's only about 15 good games for it. And most of them came out late in the unit's life. Like this one. This came out in 2004, I believe, right before the DS came out, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is I think the best game on the N-Gage is Pocket Kingdom. I mean, sure, you can't play it online like you used to be able to, and let me tell you, the N-Gage Arena sucked, folks. You know, you're not missing anything from that. Still a very good RPG. So if you're picking up an N-Gage, this is the first game you should pick up. Basically, what I'm missing is Pandemonium, Pathway to Glory. I believe Tomb Raider. I'm trying to remember. It's late at night. I'm trying to remember my shit. But basically, I'm just missing a couple games. Of course, also Requiem of Hell. If I'm not mistaken. I was too busy playing my Game Boy Advance to really give a shit. This is another game that everyone should pick up. Excuse me. I apologize. My throat's a little killing me tonight. Bomberman. This is another one brand new. See, look. Top of everything. Bomberman is self-explanatory. If you don't know what Bomberman is, you're not a gamer. Let's put it that way. This is another must for the unit. Because also the Bluetooth still works. Of course, Sonic N. You know, I mean, it's like port of the original on the site. It's only like that vertical screen, but still worth it. Because Sonic is Sonic, and it's done by a Game Boy Advance game. But also, here's another thing. See how the game is like $10? Yeah, a lot of the N-Gage games used are cheap. Like, you probably get lucky and get an N-Gage unit with games. And let's open it up here so I can give you an example. Here's the SSX that actually came with the unit. Well, there wasn't a pack in, but obviously the person traded and left it in, so came with it. And I know that it was a person because they had their save data on the unit. The unit has 3.8 megs of memory to save data. And here's another thing. And Nokia realized that a lot of people take their games with them. So what they did was they include, the game would usually be up here, the main game, and there'll be one down, a spare one down here for you to put your spare cord from your phone in, so you can bring 2 games with you for the price of 1. A lot of later things they took it out, I believe. So you're SOL on those. This, I could never figure out what this is. Remember me and Rachel used to try to figure out what the hell this was for. I believe this is to hold extra games because of that empty space. I am not completely sure. I have not tried. I just got this unit tonight, so mostly we just left it alone. Of course, this is the instruction manual, and a lot of times it's full color. And let me just show you the manual real quick. That's why I made two separate videos for the game pickups and for the overview, because this really needs an extensive look. I mean, it's first of its kind. A lot of times the manual would come in English, French, Spanish, and also Portuguese for a lot of the Nokia titles. You gotta remember, Nokia was a Swedish company. They served Europe. This is another definite pickup. Of course, the case is a little, kind of like a DS case, but half size and longer. Here's another one that I got brand new. Not a lot of people know this exists. I didn't even remember it existing. So, but since I have an N-Gage, I'm a fighting fan, I had to pick it up. King of Fighters. I remember hearing about it and wanting it. I didn't know if it actually came out, and obviously it did. $20, well worth. I mean, I haven't played it, but it's King of Fighters. I mean, how could you go wrong with King of Fighters? I mean, it's not like it's Fatal Fury Wild Ambition or anything. Remember that? Of course, another game for it, Super Monkey Ball. And it's self-explanatory. For those of you who've never played it, you're a monkey in a glass ball, and you have to get him to the end without, and collect bananas while falling off the stage. But in the N-Gage version, it's a little different because you have to tilt the stage. Because at least in the monkey ball games I played, you tilt the monkey itself. And what sucks about this is it's single player only, and yet there's games that are meant for 2 to 4 players. So think about that. Here's another game that everyone should have in their N-Gage library, and this one is Ashen. I mean, I got it for $15 used. Good luck finding this, because this is, like I said, one of the best games for the unit. It's a first-person shooter / adventure game. It's basically your regular first-person shooter with exploration. So, but it is very good. I mean, this is one of the best games for the unit. This is, like, I'd say, the second best game for the unit after Pocket Kingdom. I mean, it is well worth it. Excuse me. Damn. Here's another one I got brand new. And this is Red Faction. Port's not that bad. I mean, it could have been better, but it's a cell phone. And it was the first-person shooter on the system. I love how they sold it to me used, but it's really new. But that's worth checking out as well. Puzzle Bobble Versus. It's basically Bust a Move, but instead of going through the stages with the single puzzle, you're fighting somebody. It's basically a 2-player mode, but they turn into an actual single-player game with the multiplayer built in. It's another good one to have. Of course, I couldn't find some of the top. Like I said, I couldn't find Pathway to Glory there or anything. But and here's my final one, since I'm a wrestling fan, and I'm gonna say this for punishment: WWE Aftershock. This is a game I was really looking forward to coming out, but she got rid of the Nokia N-Gage by then, so I couldn't play it. Cena is in the game, like everything else. See, look at that. Remember when you didn't have Cena shoved down your throat? Huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He's not real. You see, he's not real. We have to block him out of the game. He's not real. Or so Vince would have you believe. But yeah, I heard a lot of negative things about it, but it's a wrestling game, so I'm gonna play it regardless. Looking at the controls are just complete shit. You basically use a face button for a SmackDown move. You know, your regular hitting key. So yeah, this is basically all the N-Gage games I have at current time. However, there is supposedly a way they're on the internet. You could find N-Gage ROMs and be able to dump them onto an MMC card and pop in the unit and play them like actual games. But the catch is you can only play one game at a time, because it's like a 360 JTAG rip. You're putting the system folder in there. You don't want to get it mixed up with anything else, and you can't put it in individualized folders because it won't recognize it. But as soon as I get an MMC card, which I have to see if I can track down because it's pretty much obsolete, I'm going to, if I figure it out, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So, because they'll give you one extra game, say if you want to try out a game before you pick it up, they'll give you that chance. Alright, so this is a quick video to show you something that I'm trying to track down for a while, and I finally did. And my rest of the videos will be uploaded soon. I'm trying to catch up and do things. So, for now, this is Johnny Blaze signing off.
やればやるほどディスクシステム